up, everybody? This is Cool Dude, and welcome back to another chill discussion session. So today, I'm going to be talking about the really blew-up phenomenon video game known as Five Nights at Freddy's, made by now legendary game developer Scott Cawthon, who, gotta say, he's a very nice dude. Don't really know him personally, obviously, but yeah, he's done a lot of great work for charity. He's done quite a bit of collabs with gamers. He's really opened himself up more since the first FNAF game, and I really like that. I really like that he's actually getting involved with the community. He's actually trying to help those, and recently he started a campaign to, fund money towards other FNAF creators, or maybe he already did, I don't know, but I've heard that he was going to do that, to other fan games, to make them explore their craft, because he likes their work, and he really admires that they're actually, taking his idea and, expanding it into their own thing. So it's very cool. So, but I'm here to, just kind of talk about how did it become so popular, because, from a gameplay perspective, there's not really much to it. You're literally, there's no movement, there's no, you getting up, there's no first person, it's not a first person shooter, and it's not even an RPG really like Undertale, so it's what's so fascinating about it? How did it blow up into this huge hit phenomenon video game that we know today? Well, I think a couple reasons. Number one is, I think, the Chuck E. Cheese aspect of it all, because I think people in some way have heard about Chuck E. Cheese, and by the way, rest in peace, Chuck E. Cheese, all the locations are down, but we either went to it ourselves or we've heard about it. We know what Chuck E. Cheese is, and we know that there's those famous animatronic animals there. And so seeing them in a game like this, I think it kind of brings back a little bit of a nostalgic feeling. It's a weird kind of a nostalgic feeling of the 80s and all that stuff. I like how ingrained in the 80s it is. I think that's why we like it. One reason why we like it. Another reason I think it is just because it is so unique. The gameplay, I said there's no movement, but it's literally you're just sitting down in a chair. You're looking at a screen to see if the animatronics are moving or not, and then you close the door if they are right in front of you, and then don't waste all your power. When was the last time you've seen a game do that? That uses so much limited, gameplay mechanics. You can't walk around in anything. It takes that and it somehow makes it suspenseful and scary. And I think most of that is because it's not a horrifying. It's not a gore fest and all that stuff. But I think it's a good stress inducer. It gets you all stressed out because you're oh my god, I hope I'm doing this right. Oh my god, am I gonna have enough power? Oh my god, where is he? Where is he? Where's he? Where's she? Where did he go? It's a good stress reliever, and then that brings up to the fear, because stress really equals fear. I think many people forget about that. Stress is fear. Many people I'm not afraid, I'm just stressed. Stress is fear. Stress does cause fears, so it's you're not afraid. You're just getting there, is what I'm trying to say with stress. So it's a great stress reliever. Also, I think it's just because it's just a huge, from Scott Cawthon himself, because before then he made a lot of games, or he made quite a few games that weren't that good. I think the last one he did was some kind of a religious game or something. I'm not really sure. The only one I really knew for sure was the Chipper game. I don't even remember what it's called. Chipper's Lock House or something like that. I don't know. But he made a lot of games before that, and he wasn't really well known. And then all of a sudden they find this horror game, and it's just, wow! It exploded. His fame just skyrocketed, Another reason why I think we love FNAF so much is, well, the characters. I think we just love the design of the animatronics. I think everyone likes picking their favorite, even though the internet seems to like Foxy a lot. But, I think, some people are I like Freddy, Bonnie's cool, Foxy, she got all that stuff, And, as the games keep going, it's how many more animatronic can we have? Or how many variations of the same character can be put out? It's really the possibilities are endless because they're animatronics, you can just keep rebuilding models and you can have different locations, and I like that. I think that's another reason why we love them. It's because they're so diverse, the sequels, because they all have almost the same concept. I mean, maybe Sister Location and Pizzeria Simulator kind of changed the format a little bit, but they all kind of have the same sort of premise. They all have the same sort of gameplay style. It's just the animatronics and the theme and the environment that's different, and I think that's just makes it different enough for people to be hey, that's pretty cool. And I think just the meme factor of it all, it's a pretty weird thing to say, but FNAF is just very meme-worthy. It's people love to make memes about it. Just look at Doggo. He has a whole series of meme reviews, so I think just Five Nights at Freddy's, just something about it, it's like, it's just so like easy to make memes out of, like the lore and like people playing the game and just facts about the game itself and like the characters and all that stuff, and you know, retcons and plot stuff, and like the flaws in Five Nights at Freddy's like makes it all the more enjoyable. Just seeing how Scott Cawthon weaves them together, I think that's what many people like about it. And yeah, just kind of like the last reason why I think it is just because you can tell Cawthon is really passionate about it. Like, maybe not from the first game, because that was, you know, just a one-time thing, but especially nowadays with, you know, FNAF VR that released, and the new game Security Breach, I believe it is, that's coming out soon. It may be out by the time I upload this video, I'm not sure. But, you know, you can tell he really is passionate. I mean, he funded those fan creators to make their, you know, expand their fan games more, and he, like, praises people. He helps, you know, a few theorists on the way if they're right or wrong. He's just very, you can tell how much he cares for his fans. You can tell how much he really appreciates how much this series means to him, because, like, I think he loves what he's accomplished with this series. You know, regardless of, you know, whether, you know, how much hate he gets for the series and how much it's like, oh, this is stupid, it's dumb. No. And I think he has very few haters, but they're still there. But it's just, you can tell when an artist, when you can tell an artist, like, his passion is just showing in a game. Like, you can tell how much he spent working on, like, all the animatronic designs. You can tell how much he worked for the, I mean, just look at his scheduling and release dates. Like, he really tried as hard as he could to, like, release a game, another game back then, you know? Like, maybe it's not as hectic nowadays, especially with, like, what's happening in the world of 2020, but yeah, like, then FNAF 1 came out, and then literally, like a few weeks later, FNAF 2 comes out, and then, oh, look at that, FNAF 3, and then he did schedule FNAF 4 on a certain day, I think in the summer, and then he released it early, because Scott Cawthon. So yeah, you can just tell, he's just extremely passionate towards his franchise, and that sort of passion from the creator of a franchise is really going to lend you a lot more, like, love and support for the series, because you can tell they're really putting their heart into it. It's not like something like, and I know this is not related, but it's like something like, you know, Home Alone movies, or like, you know, Die Hard. But you can tell they're just kind of making sequels just to be like, all right, the first one was good, so let's just, you know, show some more stuff out. And I know it's not the same as video games, but give me a break. But, you know, like, he's different. You can tell with this one, like some of the other franchises before him, that he cares about it, and he values it deeply, and he's not going to let it go. And honestly, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Like, as an artist, I think if something succeeds, you should never be ashamed of it. Like, you don't have to expand upon it if you don't want to, but if you should be proud, regardless, you know, if you wanted it to succeed the way you wanted to or not. You should be proud that it even gets acknowledged at all, you know? And Scott Cawthon has definitely acknowledged how proud he is of that, so. Yeah, that's why I think, you know, FNAF is just very popular. I mean, it's on clothes now. There's a whole, like, garbage, you know, like, bootleg stuff that's being made of FNAF. There's, you know, Funko's making FNAF stuff. The Pops are making, and, you know, it's like, FNAF's everywhere now. FNAF runs the world. No. And yeah, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, and I don't know, leave me a comment. What do you think about how FNAF is succeeding? Because honestly, even though I talked about it, I still don't think I fully, like, can grasp how huge it's exploded. Like, FNAF is only, what is it? It's only like 6 years old. It's already huge. It's already booming. Like, it's absurd. It's already have a book series out. There's already, like, a movie deal. There's already so many games. There's a VR game. It's insane how much they did in, like, 6 years. It's absurd. So I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. But until next time, guys, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, y'all. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing the Bad A Deadpool shirt. Say what?